Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome back to, Fez. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, when we left off, we got the counting cube, and now, we're basically trying to find a way to get back down to the observatory area without killing ourselves and without necessarily warping, because the observatory area is basically just the area we were just in. You can even see it in the background there. And, if I were to warp, it would take me all the way back out to the, what's the word I'm thinking of? The warp room hub, and I really don't want to have to backtrack through all those timing puzzles on the Ivy again. I don't know if we have to, though. I think this is a... Okay, this secret track... Okay, this actually leads back to the ruins, so... Now we can avoid it anyway. That's always good. Let's go back out to the observatory. And check out what's there. I do have to climb back... Oh yeah, I do have to climb back down. That shouldn't be a big deal. Just... latch onto the ivy as you go. And you hopefully won't die. I died there. Probably be less of a fall if I went down this way. If I went down this way and actually grabbed onto the ivy on the way down. My logic seems to be incredibly flawed today. Oh, it's because he's reacting to falling and it's not letting me grab as a result. There, that should do it. Wunderbar. Alright. Let's head back to the observatory, finally. How many more times are we going to die before we have to go to where we need to go? I don't know. I'm no fortune teller, but... Oh, there's black holes right there. That's fine, though. We're not going to be dealing with those black holes as we go. I stand corrected. And swung myself into one. Lucky me. Alright. Let's get rid of these black holes, shall we? I don't feel like dealing with this bullshit. We never do. We have fun here. Okay, yeah, we don't actually have too much left in this particular playthrough of the game either. I think the percentage when I started the game up on this file again was like 75%. I mean, yeah, it was the same when I did on my practice playthrough as well, because they were pretty much completely synced up. But yeah, we're most of the way through, at the very least, the main playthrough. The main playthrough only really counts up to... I mean, it can count up to however... God damn it with the black holes. It can count up to, like, however much stuff you have. I think that the most you can have without glitching or something like that is 200%. Because I don't know, there's, like, another thing we will be able to collect later. I don't know if that factors into the percentage. I don't think it does. I mean, we'll be collecting them anyway, just because, you know. Seriously with this crap. Now it's being stubborn with them. This is what I had to deal with a lot of my first playthrough of the game, was I didn't want to deal with black holes. And then they just never wanted to go away. And like I said, they're not... It's optional to have them there. We can as you can see, we can take them away if we keep going in and out of the area long enough, or you know, if we're persistent enough. But luckily, in most situations, I have the patience of a saint when it comes to this kind of thing. So I'm not going to bother complaining too much about that now, especially because they're gone. Let's grab this cube real quick. Should make 25. I'm just gonna bring my pencil back down over here in my main notebook here, so I can keep track of what I'm doing. And where's the way into the observatory? I think the telescope is currently facing off to the side. Yeah. Well, and there's some text on the wall here. It says. The points constellate conspire... Well, I guess points constellate, so... the stars. Conspire to create shapes to tessellate. Now, I'm not a brilliant wordsmith. I mean, I do use some words that some people I know don't know what they mean, but, you know, I don't know what, like, tessellate means. I should look that up one day. But it will not be this day. I'm busy. Playing Fez. Alright. So this is a telescope. We can take a look inside the telescope. We can't move the telescope around. We can certainly rotate it with this pivot here, but for right now, there really isn't too much we can do. In fact, I don't know the solution, but there is a puzzle. There are puzzles in here, because of course there are. I don't know the solution off the top of my head. I just wanted to show that off to let you know this exists, so you'll know what I'm talking about if I say, well, we're going to go to the observatory and use a telescope. So there's a hidden door. I'm trying to, cause there was the thing in my notes, there was like an arrow moving things around. Oh, here we go. There's a hidden door right here. I think we passed by that like 50 times. This just leads back to the statue for near the beginning of the area. I think we may be done with this area actually. Let me check the map. Are we done with everything we can do here? Yeah, actually we are, because we're going to be, we're actually heading back now. Okay. We're done with the ruins, for now. I mean, there are obviously some parts of the map that aren't gold-plated yet, but that's okay. So let's head down to, basically back to where we had come from. Before we go too much further right now, there's still a matter of that treasure chest. Well, since we've come through here, we have picked up a treasure map that does correspond to this area. I believe is this one? No, it's this one. See how that matches up with where we are? So it says that there are some platforms there. We don't see any platforms. Well, that's because if you look on the other side, it shows the platforms aren't there. There are invisible platforms here that we can use to jump on, and it looks like oh no, he's actually pointing out this pillar here, which we'll look at later. But yep, there's invisible platforms here that we can use to get over to where the chest is. And die, apparently. That's the downside with invisible platforms. They're invisible and you can't see them, so it's gotta be careful. And inside we have another treasure map with a QR code on it. Again, we'll be taking a look at that later. There's a lot of stuff we'll be doing later. Well, we actually don't want to go back that way. That's the way that's detrimental to where we want to go. We want to go back down the tree, down where, you know, where the bouncy shrooms were. So, so yeah. This may have seemed pretty simple in comparison to like other puzzle games of this caliber so far, but trust me, we're almost done with this first playthrough here, and once we're done with that first playthrough and we start the second one, that's where a lot of the good stuff is going to come in. And by good stuff, I mean the really good puzzles and stuff. And we got to be really careful making our way down the tree here, because I don't know if black holes are over here at the moment. They may as well be, because why wouldn't they? But also, bouncing is better for going up than it is for going down. Luckily, there are no black holes, though, from what I saw. So, we can just be careful. Oh. Go along the side here. There we go. Because when I was coming back down here in my, on my practice file, there were some black holes. Actually, just bounce right on top of the cabin here. So I think we have one more major area to visit here. So basically, we go into this cabin, but there isn't any other. In fact, this is very, dare I say, Twin Peaks-ish. But if we go back out the door, this is the door we came in, but it's not showing off the scene, because it always shows up a scene of where the door leads if we've been through the door before. Well, as it turns out, it's taken us somewhere else. And yes, it does work the other way, too. See, it'll take us back to the forest now. So, basically, in order to be able to make the cabin work, you gotta go through the door twice. So that's some weird, freaky stuff there. We've got a couple of bits. And this already looks pretty ominous. There's all sorts of thunder, bolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. And these look very gravestone-ish. That's because, well, as you might guess, wait for a dramatic reveal. Go on in, Gomez. Yep, we're loading up in basically the next major area of the game. We're in a freaking cemetery. Oh boy! And you probably saw what one of the gimmicks is here. There are invisible platforms here as well that you can see the rain bouncing off of, you know, splashing off of them. But you can also see their shadowy outlines whenever lightning strikes. So that's, you know, basically one of the ways you have to keep your wits about you here. There are 7 bits in this area, so let's waste no time. And I know that the video's almost over here, but let us waste no time in picking these bits up real quick. So we carefully don't fall to your doom or anything like that. And we should also be coming up on 26 cubes from bit collecting fairly soon. There's a bit here. There are 2 bits on this upper level. I think we actually have to start using the platforms now in order to be able to get over there. Oh, there was one right there. NFL. Because, well, that's pretty standard for this game. At least for me, anyway. As we've seen. That should be number 26. That was still 4 bits, and I got... Huh. Did I miss one somewhere else now? I'll check off screen for that. I don't want to waste my time with that right this second. I gotta bounce up on these, jump up on these trees in order to be able to make progress. Also, I do know this is where if you enter this area, this is the last warp gate, so a trophy would have popped here if I didn't already have it. Because there's a trophy for unlocking all 5 warps. Okay. Right. Go up here, bit on top of the skull. That should be all the bits in this area. It still comes up with a symbol. So when I pick this up, the symbol should go away. Because that's how that works, you know. Or maybe there's still one here. That's always possible, too. I'm just going crazy. Keep thinking I picked up more bits and less bits than I really did. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double check on that. Well, actually, no. No, I'm not. Okay, so it's the amount of bits that I thought there was. Anyway, I'm going to still go ahead and cut the video off here because I'm almost out of time. And when we come back, we're going to explore Damn Graveyard. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?